guess he's gonna join us.
I want to come in last, like Sweet Tea. It, have, have has Dream and Sammy gone out yet? Okay, good. Then I'm gonna go out. Hey, girl. I love when she came out and said, "Hey, girl, you see it? Oh, you see it." And you guys finally see us. We see y'all in the group chat, David and Doctor. See you. Hello. We see y'all. Okay. Thank y'all for being here on time. We do apologize for the time lag, but we are here. This is the Married to Medicine Review. My name is Chase. This is No Chaser TV. We are streaming live on X. We are streaming live on the YouTube, and we are streaming live over down to the Facebook. The people said they was ready to hear what we had to say about it,
Good.
and we're going to tell them what we think. Is that right, people?
That's right.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, while we do that, make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. If you're listening to us on No Chaser TV, the podcast with Chase Brown, go ahead on whatever podcast platform you're listening to us on. Rate us 5 stars, leave a review, and make sure that we get a renewal on our contract. Okay. Okay. All right. With that being said, we got a lot of review to get into, so let's get right on into it. Before we do, did we talk about the reunion fashions? I didn't even pull the reunion fashions up. I feel like we've talked about the reunion fashions, right?
That's how they were that you don't remember that we talked about.
Me, you, and Jazz did for sure.
We did. Okay. Okay. No, we did.
Me, you, and Jasmine did. Excuse me.
We did. That was a couple of weeks ago. It was a couple of weeks ago, but that's how they were. I wasn't impressed.
We did it last week too.
You said what?
We kind of skimmed over them last week too.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't have them, but was there anyone, Sammy, cover up them titties? David, I heard you was looking for. Oh, okay. Anyway, you guys, was there any reunion look that you liked better sitting down?
Toya's. I love Toya's.
Well, you know what's so interesting? Her hair was up in the pictures, but on the reunion, she had her hair down.
It was halfway popped down in both.
Yeah, she did it.
Really?
It all came together really well when she set out.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, I liked it. You know, giving Rapunzel. I think Quaz looked good up and down. I'll give her that.
I like the hair. I wasn't a fan of it initially, but sitting there and all the moving in the okay, I can get with it now.
Okay. I don't know why Letitia thought that those two horns sticking up were like it, but
I don't think Letitia thinks.
Ooh.
I see what kind of night this is going to be. I should have worn my referee shirt. All right, let's get right into it, you guys. Thank you so much. Simone says it's a day full of accountability. Toya is mad about Sweet Tea's social media rants and raves. And Jackie isn't surprised that Phaedra no-showed the reunion. We see unseen footage from Phaedra, who says that she learned that the women are trash. She didn't enjoy anything about this group because they're demonic minions from hell. They're those type of bitches, the type of angry black women who are mean to other black women because they're fat, funny looking, and you know what I'm saying, they're just jealous and hateful. Phaedra says she doesn't participate in spaces she's not welcome in, and that's because they don't like her. The girls are all shot, gab, boots, faces drooped to the floor. I don't think they were thinking that she was coming for them like that. And Toya says they welcomed her with open arms. Quad wants to know who is trash. Simone says they haven't done things like Phaedra has done or that she used to do. We're going to stop it right there because I do want to address this part at the beginning. Oh, and I forgot, Sweet Tea made her grand entrance. Was it a grand entrance? Did you live for the grand entrance?
I didn't notice it.
You didn't? I noticed it.
I didn't.
Sammy did.
That's nice for y'all.
Sammy? Yes.
What did you think of the grand entrance?
Yeah, I don't think anything was great. The girl she just looked foolish, but I'm glad she's enjoying herself and she's confident in herself and she knows she's gonna go out there and give him hell. So if she felt great doing it, then pom poms for Sweet Tea.
VW Sade say no thanks, no ma'am. It was a grand fail. David says Y'all accuse each other of, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that. So then Phaedra does her announcement. Well, not her announcement, but her unseen footage where she calls them trash. Now, I'm glad we're streaming on Facebook because, baby, the people in Facebook fought me down over this. Now, I interpreted what she said as her saying that they are the type of mean girls because they are fat, in her words, fat and funny looking and jealous and hateful. Now, people on, on Facebook specifically said that she was saying that they are the type of angry black women who sit around and talk about other black women that are fat and funny looking because they are miserable. And so the reason why I didn't see the correlation is because if they were mean girls, they're mean girls, okay, or whatever. Angry black women. Angry black women sit around and talk about fat black women because fat, funny looking black women because they're jealous of them and hateful. Like the logic of it did not add up to me. If she's saying that they're jealous and hateful of her, then it would feel like to me Phaedra was calling herself in that moment fat and funny looking for that to be true, which I know she wasn't doing. So Sammy, Jasmine, just that particular part, what did you think? And then go ahead and give me your thoughts on the whole Phaedra thing of it all. Period. Was I
For
wrong?
me, I took it as she's saying that they're mean to girls because they look fat, funny looking, X, Y, and Z. Like, that's how I took it. Especially knowing how Jackie is. Jackie is mean to girls because they eat more than 2 pieces of broccoli.
But if she
So
called them mean girls, angry black women or whatever, then inadvertently is she calling herself fat and funny looking?
I didn't
No, I
take it
think
like that.
yeah, Phaedra was just speaking. I got what she was saying, but which I get what you're saying too. How logically it doesn't make sense. But that's what she was saying. Like they're mean girls, and they kind of just pick at people who they feel are beneath them, and it can seem like she's like they're saying, like she's saying that she's beneath them. But I think she was just trying to give an example of why she
Mm-hmm.
considers mean girls. But it
Okay.
makes no sense because I mean, in regard to her saying that just last year, she was saying how the housewives were the mean girls and how she'd been with the Married to Medicine girls and she would be probably married still. And they're such a great unit to be around. And now this year, because they start playing the kind of games that she familiarly plays with other people, now they're the mean girls. Phaedra, like I said all the time about these women, they're extremely intelligent, but they're just sometimes slow. Like you sit here and you say all these things about how they're mean girls and their nasty attitudes as if we did not watch you on Atlanta since your first season being a nasty individual. It just came to a head at season 9 when everything came out, but you had been doing things as far as like Nene said, trying to film with her sisters and all the other stuff you were doing behind the scenes when you and Candy fell out. So who like can she? I know she refuses to speak on it. Like she went on girls trip. She didn't want to talk about what happened in season 9. They kind of tried to bring it up when she was on Married to Medicine last year. And I believe it got axed or something of the sort. But does she think just because she no longer speaks about it that it's no longer a topic that we forgot? Phaedra she's as smart as she is. She's stupid to sit up there and call anybody trash or say anybody has mean girl behavior as if we did not watch her on TV for several years. Yeah, you went away for some time, but you went away because why? It wasn't because you were super sweet and they never just wanted to get you away from the chaos. Bitch, you were the chaos. And that's why you got away. So, not saying that they aren't mean girls, but Phaedra's not the one to call it out.
That's what I was gonna say. 2 things can be true at once. Phaedra can be a
Yeah.
mean girl and have her mean girl ways that we can't forget about or we haven't forgotten about, or she shouldn't get a pass for. But also, these Married to Medicine ladies have been mean girls for seasons on seasons on seasons.
And what I do not care, like they did say in the comments about how they heavily referred to Dr. G as the P word and quiet in the Mariah rumor back then. Those are nasty antics too. But what can be appreciated about it is they go to the ladies, they have altercations face to face. They don't wait until they get behind the production green screen like Phaedra's been doing. And she want to be a shade assassin in confessionals. But then when it's time to face the girls, now she's nowhere to be seen. But then she's off on her interviews and on her premiere carpet, still throwing shade and talking trash about not being miserable with medicine. But go tell them girls that you too tough of a character when it comes to reality TV to be running behind green screens throwing your shade. But she's been doing that since Atlanta. And for some reason, the girls just live for it.
Well, okay. Now y'all did y'all big one. I give y'all that. Y'all ate that segment up, baby. But let me tell you one thing about it. If she came into the show and they were being nice and welcoming, as Toya said, and then the next season they started playing on her top, then she is allowed to change her mind. I thought that y'all were nice girls, but really y'all are angry, mean black women. And the only reason why I will allow Phaedra to say it is because of anyone else within that cast that was not a doctor or anyone else who they felt was not on their level, said it to them, they wouldn't have taken it serious. They would not have heard it from Sweet Tea. They wouldn't have even taken it from Toya. They took it from Toya because now they're finally, after 11 seasons, acknowledging whatever Toya got going on as the truth and the realness in the group, and this is what she brings to the group, and that is a way to etch her place in stone. But when even last season they all did what they did to Quad, they still don't feel like they were mean or unjustified in what they did. So for me, I will allow it, because what it really was the big bank taking a little bank. What it really was a big dog and a little dog, because they think they're big dogs within their realm and in their small, the big fish in their small pond. But it took a bigger fish from the biggest pond that Bravo had for years and came over there and told them, this ain't even it. Y'all ain't even the girls that y'all think y'all are. So while I do think that it is a big, huge level of cowardice that she did not show up, do I really care? Do it really bother me? No, it doesn't, because that's what they deserve. And unfortunately, this is the karma that they have built up for years, because these people think that they could do no wrong, and they think that you're supposed to, oh no, Jackie said, oh, you should be able to take it and come right back. You deal with that disrespect. I don't have to. And as a matter of fact, I got a bigger check waiting across the other side of Atlanta for me. So while I'm going to go ahead and get on this jet and grab this peach, y'all can sit around here and argue amongst yourselves. Since you're mean girls and you want to be mean. See, the reason why I took it as fat and funny looking, because maybe I ain't shit. When she said fat, I thought heavily. When she said funny looking, I thought Simone. When she said jealous and hateful, I said, damn, that sound like Dr. Jackie. So I thought she was spraying the girls one by one. So that's how I took it, as an individual read for each. Everybody is entitled to what they think. I'm not personally going to change on it, but I want to let the Facebook girlies know on Facebook, because they're new to me and new to this No Chaser experience, that you are more than welcome to disagree with us. You are more than welcome to have your opinion, but y'all better watch how y'all talk to me, because I'm not that one. Okay. All right. I was very polite about it, but I am not. Let me just be very blunt. I'm not that bitch to be fucked with. Don't play with me. Okay. And now y'all know. What were you saying, Sammy?
I get what you're saying makes sense, how they weren't mean girls to her last year, but she watched them do mean antics, so it just didn't affect her. So now she has an issue with it, similar to Sweet Tea.
What's the difference
between similar
Toya
to everybody
saying,
on that show? Go ahead, Dream.
What's the difference between Toya saying that they're mean girls versus Phaedra? Like, they're mean girls at the end of the day, or they have mean ways.
They don't take Toya serious. The girl, what Jackie said that she, and when I see you, I think lack of substance. They don't take her serious.
Mm-hmm.
But Phaedra, being a Juris Doctor and having some sort of stance and having all of these degrees and coming from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Traders and this and that, and they begged her to be on the show. Because Heavenly said, not me, this is not a rumor. Heavenly said out of her own mouth, she was brought in with the expectation to be the replacement for Quad. And I really think that she was also brought in to be the void that they felt was lacking since Mariah left, because it has been a unspoken void since that lady fucking left, and nobody has been able to fill it. Okay. They begged her. When they found out that BravoCon, she was dating a Dr. Jackie, said, oh, well, you need to come over here and play with us. Boom, the next thing you know, they send the Quad over to do camera tests with her. It makes no sense. We never saw the doctor. They still pushed her past. They still pushed her on this show. She gave absolutely nothing. And when they tried to press her, they cut it out. And then they gave her some more money to come back another season to give us almost absolutely nothing, until the girls overexposed their hand and looked absolutely foolish for doing so. Mm-hmm. Trying to get her to work. When I ain't got to try to get her to work, she don't want to work. Get her ass from over here. Next.
That's simple. Yeah.
Now y'all look crazy for trying to make somebody work. You can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. Oh, we're gonna have to get into that a little bit. That's a little prophetic, isn't it? Let me go ahead and retweet. We are live reviewing Married to Medicine. Come join.
You telling me after who?
Twitter. Oh. All right. Let me go ahead and move on with it, because baby, that. And she still got paid. Baby, did you see those faces? They weren't expecting that. They weren't expecting to get cussed out like that.
Even Andy's face dropped.
But Andy's face was kind of like
it.
He was.
I was too. Good lashing it too.
I wasn't mad at it. I just wish she would have been there and said, she could have came and said that and said her little piece and then left.
Mm-hmm.
Love says we're in the group chat and we know Chase likes to tussle. Hey, I love Facebook. Facebook has been very good to No Chaser TV. We thank you guys so much, like for real, but also You know what I'm saying? Say what you mean, but don't say it mean. That's all I'm saying. Y'all ain't got to cuss me out. You were cussing me out about it. Well, you need to change it. I ain't changing it because that's what I think. No. With love. Heavenly says that Phaedra tried to play Apollo and got played. Phaedra told Heavenly to feel free to invite Apollo because she knows everything that he does. They think she invited Check to mess with Apollo. Jackie thinks it backfired knowing that Check was friends to Apollo and Shireen. Andy then announces that Shireen filed for divorce from Apollo, and Quad says sometimes the person, you think Quad's still in Bridgerton, child. Come on out of Georgia to Quad. Quad says sometimes the person doesn't change. They just change the woman. And the camera pans to Sweet Tea, who has absolutely no idea that that was a message for her, while Dr. Heavily is on the side of Quad saying, Amen, preach, sister. Sometimes they don't. Like, she is not partly responsible for the reason why they're here, which is why I am so sick of Quad letting these people play in her face. Did you guys have anything for the rest of the Phaedra segment, quickly?
For what, Phaedra?
For the rest of that Phaedra segment, and then what Quad said towards the end. Hey, before you do though, our producer Demisio is in the group chat, but he not behind the stage working.
No, Demisio.
Just want to get that out there. Go ahead, Dream.
I was here for when Carl said that, honestly. I'm living for it, to be honest. So what she said is right. You can change them. Like, that's what they do. They don't change. They just don't switch up whatever girl's going to accept it. And that may be shade to Sweet Tea, but it also may be some advice for Sweet Tea to be low-key. So
it was definitely a direct hit at Sweet Tea, and it just went right over her head.
I know, foolish.
I think she called it. She made a little face. She knew Quad was
she called it?
She called it.
What did you think about it?
I mean, it was a fact.
Okay, well, thanks. But I think what's missing amongst these ladies is, yes. If she decided to invite him, that's all on her, all of those things. But why would y'all have wanted to invite him in the first place? Like, Heavenly says that Apollo wanted to film, and so that's why she went out and did that, reached out and had him come. But still, it ain't, I just would have said, ask her, don't ask me. Leave me out of the shit. Like,
now, I don't know. I just think it's weird.
Do.
That's not how Heavenly plays. Heavenly loved. I bet you Heavenly had already she had his contract inked and printed before she even told Phaedra. She just did it.
Absolutely.
She made
beg for forgiveness. She
want to make herself look bad. Yeah, let me run it by her now that you we got it solidified. Let me call and let her know.
Begging for forgiveness. You said she what?
Phaedra should have just said no.
Phaedra should have said no. Absolutely. I feel like it's a twofold thing, but I think it is super weird for you to want to reach out to my ex-husband to invite him on a couples trip.
Yeah.
But there we go with Heavily again playing with people's situations, everyone else's but her own. And again, that's why I went on that rant last week about her not being a queen of reality TV. I stand on it today. It does not change for me.
Hell, is she really not? If you think about it, I don't know any girl that could skate this long without, doing so much mess to everybody else and getting by with theirs. She just may be a queen in some way.
She a queen of the okie doke. She must got a hell of a lot of tea on them people. You were saying, I'm sorry, Dream.
No, you're fine. I still don't get that part. Even if Phaedra has every right to be upset about Apollo going in general, them wanting Apollo to show up. Heavenly does this all the time. She does it. It's the same pattern over and over again. I just felt like she met her match when it came to Phaedra. Like, Phaedra wasn't going to allow her to play with her the exact same way that she played with Quad.
That's true. That's true. But I don't, the
ladies, Phaedra can't be too above them if she signed that contract 2 years in a row. And she only left because they ran her off. So, I mean, hey, it was worth something.
Oh.
You think they ran her off?
Well, go ahead and read this comment from Clinton Smith so everybody can get context.
It says, Sammy, those ladies are beneath Phaedra. Sammy, those ladies are beneath Phaedra. It was not worth her time getting them wet by fighting with them at a lame reunion.
Lord Jesus. Y'all be prepared to fight tonight. If y'all coming for the people on the stage, just let you know. Because they not in the mood tonight. Quad says her and Simone are working on their friendship daily, which Andy is like, daily? You are draining. Simone says she did not owe Quad an apology for Napa. Simone says the fact that Quad had a king for over a year and said nothing is weird and off-putting. Quad says she doesn't mind people coming to her if they have a challenge with her. Toya says that she's disturbed that Quad blamed everyone when no one knew Simone was going to ask Quad to leave. Quad asks, "What is the challenge with me?" Simone says no one ganged up on Quad, and Quad has been giving them her ass to kiss for years. Quad says that she said at the table, sat at the table, excuse me, and let each one of them come at her, and she didn't flee like Phaedra. Toya says that the apologies weren't sincere because no one wanted to go back and forth with Quad like they're doing now. Toya says, like Jackie, for instance, and Jackie's draw drops. And Quad says, well, Jackie, it didn't have to be an argument. And Jackie says, that's good. Again, playing a Quad face. Heavily says her apology was sincere because she's booty licking number one because she wanted to get out of trouble. And didn't expect Quad to tell her about King either. Simone says that I'm not surprised that no one would tell you any of their business. And Simone said she did nothing to make Quad feel as if she couldn't have told her about King. Quad says, we weren't friends. What don't you get? Dream, what were your thoughts about that passage?
Simone not wanting to take accountability for her own actions once again. They did jump on her. They did gang up on her at that table. Simone, and I promise you, didn't they know that she was gonna tell her to leave? Because I think Toya was the one who wanted her to leave, and Simone is the mouthpiece. Simone actually was the actual one who told Quad, but Toya told them that she wanted Quad to leave. Am I wrong? I swear that happened.
I don't remember anybody saying that they wanted her to leave verbatim. However, they had a whole conversation. They ran it down at the table, and then they continued in the room, and to which they all agreed, like, we need to get her in. We just need to tell her we don't have no connection with her. So what was the goal? Just to let her know, we don't really fuck with you, but, go back to your room? No, y'all wanted her to leave. So to sit there on that couch and say, it was Simone, like, quit the BS. And this is where it's like, y'all are just full of it. Y'all think we don't realize that the entire scheme was to get rid of her? Y'all just sat in the room and said, we don't have a connection with you, call her down, let's talk to her. So what were y'all trying to do?
Right, she didn't have a room when she came.
Like, come on. So
they didn't have any accommodation for her at all. They didn't want her. Toya didn't want her there. She didn't make any accommodation.
And mind you, they posted the clip online. It was yesterday or sometime this week. And when they were in the room, Simone had made a comment like, well, maybe we can just sleep on it and do it again and rehash this in the morning. And Heavenly was like, no, ain't no sleeping on it. My mind is made.
That's true. Heavenly was like, get her ass out of here now.
We know what we need to do. So then, what are y'all talking about on this stage right now?
It was very gaslighting. Like, we didn't say that. We didn't want that. Y'all absolutely did. Y'all absolutely deserved the backlash that you got. And you didn't get enough of it if we're being quite honest about it. So for them to sit there and play on Quad's face yet again, I don't know, Sammy. Your girl, I don't really care about the tactical optics and her playing American Gladiators with these girls and trying to survive another day. I don't care nothing about that. I need her to snap out. It's so frustrating to watch.
It is. And I know when we saw the trailer, I was like, ugh. But when they showed the end of this episode, the way they was doing that shut the fuck up. I said, okay, yeah, come on, Quad, it's time. Quit playing with her. Get on her ass, because that's what she needs.
It's time for her to do it.
You get one of them, you won't have to get the rest. You're
gonna have to get the rest because you're right. Like, did you see the way Jackie was just like, that's good. Like, oh my God, that is what she thinks of you. And you go to her for your baby services. Like, what?
I thought about that. I said that has to mean either one or two things. Quad trying to get her another ally to keep on the show, or Jackie is really good at what she does. Because ain't no damn way that I would go down to Jackie Walters to play with me and my unborn child. But maybe Jackie really is just that good. If you think about a lot of them girls that go to her, like for IVF, and I mean, maybe she's just really good.
I feel like they're trying to show us that they're going to be able to move forward as a show and as a group with the same 5 intact, plus whoever else production brings along, because the 5 of them are setting up, this and that. They're speaking on each other a little bit more freely now in the press and at the reunion. So like we got, if you look at what the situations right now are, we got Toya speaking on Heavenly calling her the biggest liar, Heavenly coming for Simone, talking about her husband and her fashions. Uh Jackie remain Toya says she wants Jackie to like speak for herself more often. Quad and Simone having an issue.
Heavenly
Like
Contessa.
yeah, they're trying to like weave it to where they come back and we're cool with it. I don't want it. Let me tell you something. The Real Housewives of Atlanta has put everybody to shame in a sense that where it has exposed every other cast that has needed a shake up for years. It is time to shake these girls up. It's time. I can't do another season of these five. Just like unfortunately today, Garcelle quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if they think I'm gonna sit through another season of Kyle, Erica, and Dorit, I'm not. One of them still got to go. I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, it's time for us to get we are heading into, this year was the 19th year of the Real Housewives of Orange County premiere. So we're heading into 20 years of this type of a format. It's time for girls to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care
Who
how
do you
much
think
y'all
needs to be on
wrestle
the
up each
chopping
other.
block for Married to Medicine again?
Huh?
Who do you think needs to be on the chopping block for Married to Medicine?
I honestly, with the production company they have, and it's no tea, no shade, they're friends to the show, they're friends to the brand. Hey guys. But I don't think they're gonna get rid of anybody. I don't. And when they do try to get rid of people, it's always the wrong person because why would you try to get rid of Quad twice? And Jackie's still sitting over there doing nothing but getting first chair at the reunion. It is so frustrating to watch.
Jackie is in no, she makes them
Find
no.
another one. Find another one.
Yeah, Mimi can replace Jackie.
Mimi
But
can replace Jackie.
Can Mimi get them into the White House?
Well, is Jackie gonna be able to get him into the White House the next 4 years? You might as well go in and bring her back.
You know what? You got a point
Because
there.
they ain't getting up in there with that black camera crew.
Cause that house is white.
Baby, it's the
Okay.
White House that the blacks built.
Mm.
Okay, anyway, let me move on. Before I get, before I put on my thing, because I'm already hot
I done
about
already
Beverly
came. I was
Hills,
on
baby.
Twitter with the Beverly Hills fans on Twitter. I said, let me get up out here before I be late for the show.
Baby, they on No Chaser TV right now on our TikTok, going ham. I saw a few of the comments and had to log and had to come on out and run the show.
Damn, I'm
They
gonna go in
going
there when
ham.
we get off.
They're going ham. You know which ones I'm talking about. The Garcelle haters are going ham. Anyway,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going there
Probably
when we
make
get
me a
off.
burner so I can say some stuff that I wouldn't normally say.
Sweet Tea is surprised. Hey, oh wow. Thank y'all so much, Facebook, for showing love. Sweet Tea is surprised that Quad was coming for her on her press tour, and so she took it to YouTube, her source of press, and said things like Quad was jealous of her and all of those type of things that she said. Quad says that Sweet Tea wouldn't be there without her. T says that she wouldn't be there without Greg, and Mariah Huck dropped her damn phone because she said, I know they lying. Word to Mariah. Quad says that she did medical sales, boo. So that she would have been on the show regardless, boo. T says Quad is yesterday. She's old news. She's beside the point. She's a non-motherfucking factor. Quad busts out laughing and calls her delusional. And Heavenly says, baby, you can't possibly think this lady jealous of you. Let's just move on, okay? Let's just move on for your sake. The question says, Quad isn't jealous of Greg when her man bought her a Rolls Royce. And T says, allegedly. Quad wants to talk about the allegedly. And T says, you come off very fake. Quad says that T comes off very country. And T says, I know you're not talking since you a hump and a skip from Memphis, and calls her a Beverly Hillbilly. Now, I don't give a damn if y'all like that or not. The Beverly Hillbilly made me cackle. And I legit cackle because I was like, whoa. It's a pretty accurate description. Anyway, I won't go there. But what did you guys think about T versus Quad Dream?
I'm glad Sweet Tea spoke up for herself. I feel like she was quick on her feet. That's the first time I felt like she was really quick on her feet. However, I do feel like she was being a little bit delusional, just like Quad said. To say that Quad is a non-factor, that's crazy. Like, be for real. Be for real. And she does need to watch a piece allegedly because that's exactly what started her argument in the first place, where her husband was getting on her A whenever they went back to the hotel, just because she made that little comment allegedly to Quad's sex life. But to say that Quad's irrelevant, that's not true. I don't think that Quad's jealous either. I feel like Quad is putting like Quad's on TV. She knows how this works. Like Letitia's just not ready for Quad's responses and interactions in general to make good TV. So she's taking it really personal, everything that Quad says, in my opinion.
She called her Beverly Hillbilly Savvy. What did you think?
Pop me, Kelly. I mean, that was I don't understand what she was doing with that. It makes me think the real reason she wanted to be last so she could stay in that dressing room and rehearse her notes a little bit longer because all this stuff she's tossing out, it's just like, girl, I'm glad Toya told her, like, relax. Quit you throwing out everything you done heard said before. You looking for a moment and non-factor and T, please just.
Did you hear the sass in her voice? You're yesterday. You're old news.
Yes, ma'am. You rehearse those things. You get ready when you come out there. She's just. It was laughable, and it's like she don't realize that they're laughing at her, not with her. Like she's really sitting up there getting little girl, but she feels good about it. So hey, who am I?
Someone read this for me, please. Oh, do I need to take it down? What did it say?
No, it says allegedly Dr. Damon was dating Hellishly's sister before. Then she slept with him.
What?
That's why Hellishly and Damon shuts everyone down from speaking on their marriage.
Wait.
So he was dating Heavenly's sister?
Wait, what?
Allegedly?
Like soul food? Let me take this down, girl. I don't know what this is true or not. I don't know, friend. I don't know if that's true or not, but thank you so much for the tea. We appreciate it.
If you got some receipt, send them to Chase.
Yeah.
Allegedly, remember, guys.
Oh, well, I'm gonna put a ledge on it now. But after she talked about that lady teeth like she did yesterday, can I tell y'all something?
Biracial
No Chase TV audience, y'all are off the chain, baby, because y'all had me laughing so bad yesterday over that whole Contessa teeth, and then y'all started bringing up Dr. Damon teeth, and somebody said, "I know she not talking when Dr. Damon like he took a bite off a tornado or something like that, baby." Oh my God.
Now I did when I initially saw. I thought, oh, not Heavenly. Contessa got lipstick on her teeth, but when it stayed there, I was thinking, oh, that's not lipstick.
Oh.
But I mean, it's not like she can't.
So is she the real yellow tooth?
Well, you have to ask that.
Well, no, that ain't her.
No, because that's her friend. I think that was about Toya. But we got to ask Sweet Tea what she was thinking.
Dr. Heavenly need to chill on the teeth comments though, because she know why didn't Dr. Damon get his teeth done by Heavenly?
He need to, because that baby teeth like it's doing when I think about you, I think about all of the things you do, and you make me wanna better. And you got a cigarette.
That dance go all type of ways.
Okay, just like them teeth was at the bottom. Ooh, Dr. Damon teeth were doing it to me at Shuffle. Okay. As regards to this, Sweet Tea, I have, oh Lord, y'all kind of catching me at the end of the damn Sweet Tea train. Like, I have gotten off the Sweet Tea train. I really tried to advocate for her because I do feel like they treated her a certain type of way. There's something that Toya says in this reunion that really bothered me, and so we'll address that. But I really tried to ride for her because I felt like there were a lot of isms going on with Sweet Tea in the group, and they treated her like that once they got to hear her speak for an elongated period of time and access to the Mooney and saw, how she was from, no offense, y'all, Texas. Well, I didn't say it, that's what they said.
Okay.
I love Texas. Texas done whoop me. How many times Texas done whoop me in the ass?
Me and Jean, baby, she ain't from our part of Texas. If
right.
They say she from San Antonio.
You play too much. You play too much.
A damn lie, okay?
Right.
She from Texarkana or something like that. But you know what, Chase? That's what you and Jasmine get for them buy one get one free tickets. Everybody see y'all get on that train. Y'all know what that girl came for.
No, it was a lot of ism and featureism and classism, and it was just a lot of stuff going on that I didn't agree with. And I don't agree with treating people a certain type of way once, you see that they may not be of whatever you think the status is, which is why I had no problem with Phaedra doing to them what they've done to people over the years. Because Sweet Tea definitely, in my opinion, was a casualty of elitism within that group. And I didn't appreciate the way that they treated her, because you shouldn't treat nobody like that, regardless of whether you feel like they meet your elite status or not. I'm going to always stand on that. But when she says things like Quad is jealous of her, it's like, girl.
She literally left the life that you have. What are you talking about?
To say she's like a non-factor when your husband literally was just spazzing out because.
And that's why she's that. I think she's realizing, Greg, it may still be something there, but she's just not doing what she's supposed to be doing with Greg. She want to let me get rid of Quad, or let's leave this damn show because I need to get Greg away from this woman. But it's a done deal, baby. And
Yeah.
she's sitting there, she's doing all that fancy talking. If Quad was to say, you know what, Gregory, come on, let's spin the block one more time.
Right.
Baby, the way he gonna swirl T out there like the Tasmanian devil, Quad gonna be back into the house. Like, and she has to know that she's not that oblivious. She's not that unaware. Even if he does not want to be with her, there is still something there.
Yeah.
I don't know. As we mentioned earlier, Jackie is working with Quad on her potential pregnancy, which is fool. Toya then has her segment, and her Birkin Stormy is sitting next to her first one, Kelly. Is that the one that she brought on stage at BravoCon? Because that was tacky.
That was that one.
Okay,
Vegas, right?
She went to the Birkin store and brought it right on the stage. Toya says it's probably her. Toya be trying to act like she's so grand, but it's so cute to see for as old and as long as her money's starting to get, because it's starting to get a little long now, 11 seasons in, right? But she still knew money because she brought that Birkin right on the BravoCon stage, and I was so embarrassed. Toya says it's probably her fifth home, at least at this point, and at least she didn't move in to someone else's home. T says she owns her home and tells Toya to relax. Simone says Toya keeps them honest but doesn't keep herself honest. T then struggles to get out a word edgewise and says if Toya was a great friend, Toya wanted her, then why would Toya want her to go to war with Quad? T says Toya and Heavenly were instigators between her and Quad, and Heavenly says, excuse me, and Sweet T says that Toya said that they shared the same dick, and everybody says, y'all did. Toya says T is mad that Toya and Quad are cool now, and that's the real issue. Quad says, you put me out of your bridal event to accommodate Toya, so really, what is the challenge? That's, her new thing right now, the challenge. And T says she didn't know Quad, and that's why Quad got put out of some shit she wasn't invited to by her. And Quad says T fell for it. Toya says she is never accountable for anything. And then Toya mentions, she doesn't know what type of a mental state that she's in at the moment. And, she was she called the girl slow on the couch. I thought, y'all laughing, but I just thought it was a little nasty. It was a little gross.
It was so good to me. It was. She had been spazzing for like weeks at that point. Like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with you today, but okay.
No, she spazzed because she saw that dumb clips. She didn't start coming for Simone and coming for Heavenly until after those, not Heavenly, but and Toya, until after those episodes came out. And Toya was like, when she had already saw Toya's ill at the beach when Sweet Tea got riled up. So everything that we're seeing is a direct reflection. That's how Married to Medicine rolls. Like, Phaedra said what she said about those girls at that reunion, and then Toya immediately goes out and comments on the looks of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was retaliatory. But because we had not seen the reunion, everybody just was like coming for Toya, and Toya was like, I said what I said, I'm not taking it back. And then when the reunion airs, it's like, oh, okay. That's why she went there with them, because Phaedra went there with her. With them. You know what I mean? So
you probably felt real betrayed because apparently her and Phaedra was still somewhat cool.
Absolutely, she felt betrayed, but that's why she said what she said. And from there, Simone walks over and pleads with Sweet Tea to let her know that this setting is also for resolve and not just battle. Sweet Tea hears her and says, these bitches came for a battle. But they didn't know I can go to war. I love you, Simone. And Simone is like,
this said she done, y'all.
Y'all got it. And speaking of y'all got it, make sure that y'all got it with those likes. Let's get those likes up over here on YouTube. Don't be shy to send a super chat. We like money, okay? Hey. If you're over there on Facebook, go ahead and leave likes and comments like you guys have been doing. We had some comments on YouTube on X last night that I missed. So if you guys leave comments, we'll try to get to them as well tonight. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Dream, to tell us what you thought about that scene.
So whenever Quad went to her bridal event, whatever the situation was, Sweet Tea low-key was like a fan. I don't think that Sweet Tea was gonna kick Quad out if Toya didn't say to. Honestly, she was chilling. She was okay. Quad bought her a gift. She was kind of like shocked that Quad came, but she was smiling. So at the end of the day, she did take the bait if it was fact that Toya was trying to get her to go against Quad. I just feel like Letitia wasn't thinking for herself at the beginning, and now she's mad that these girls switched on switched on her, and they're more up Quad's A than they are on her A. As far as Simone getting up in her chair, she could have stayed in her chair, honestly. Don't be big sister to me, baby. Not today. Go sit over there because you're gonna be next with your little lashings. So that's just my opinion.
But why are you saying that she can't be big sister to Sweet Tea?
I just feel like Simone is one of the messiest ones on the show as well. Heavenly is very out there messy, loud messy, but Simone will act like she's your friend, and she's gonna backstab you just like she does. The same way that I feel Simone did Quad, not did Quad, because I don't really think that she did anything to her that's like crazy, but I just feel like she's gonna use like these little moments, like, well, I was there for you. I try to talk to you whenever Letitia holds her accountable for whatever it is that Simone's gonna do in the future. Because I know Simone's gonna backstab her. That's what she does.
Simone is just so damn performative. She didn't even get a girl a chance to get to like a resolve. They had literally just started getting into it. I mean, we know that y'all have to make amends at some point or some way, but she didn't even give a chance to get there. But I think that goes back to Toya made a comment on, I don't know which one of them shows it was, but what we didn't see was that apparently Sweet Tea was very combative behind the scenes. Like she was shoving them away and like physically touching them and stuff when they were trying to have conversations with her or calm her down. So maybe that's kind of what Simone was alluding to. But I mean, listen, I think that Sweet Tea is retaliating because now, like Dream said, she sees that she was bought in because they had like ulterior motives. It was never to truly be her friend. It was never to truly wish her and Gregory well. They wanted to use her to antagonize Quad. And now that they've made amends with Quad, it's like, well, hell, now she's getting the treatment that she watched them give Quad to last year. And I remember when they sent her home from that, her and Gregory was, well, maybe that's good, huh? You know, ha 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 ha. It's not funny now, is it? That's why I don't feel bad for the girl. You signed up for this show. You knew what you were getting into. You just did not expect to be on the end that you're on now because to you, they were supposed to be getting rid of Quad. Now she's still here. They're good with her. Now they kicking your ass and you don't like it. But hey, it's good for the goose. It's good for the gander, right? I don't feel bad for her. I do think Simone is full of it, and I want her to get on Simone too, the way she's doing Toya and Quad and Heavenly, because Simone don't mean nobody well. She's performing. I mean, didn't she just cuss Quad out a little while ago about giving him her ass kiss for years? Now you in Sweetie face bending down, talking about I'm coming to you as a big sister. Relax, Simone, get your ass out my damn face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sammy. I'm so sorry.
I'm done. I listen. Simone and Sweet Tea both. I couldn't care less about either of them.
Well, Simone had a point, Sammy. Quad was giving them their ass to kiss for years, and we could talk about it or we can't.
I would give you my ass to kiss too if you try to make me out to be a problem when I tell you that my husband was mistreating me, and then you make it seem like because I pull back because y'all are not giving me the support I need that I'm giving you my ass to kiss. No, I don't feel comfortable around you, so I'm not gonna come around you. Like she mentioned earlier, you didn't tell her she was in a relationship. Bitch, we was not dealing with each other. Why would I come tell you any of my personal business? Even I'm only telling you because he's on the show with me. I don't probably want you to know that.
And on the same,
they're not dumb.
And on the other side of the token, because I hate when people say on the same side of the coin. Well, how much space on that same side of the coin? On the other side of the coin, Quad shut them out when she was going through. Didn't give them an opportunity to believe anything because they didn't hear it from the horse's mouth themselves.
Because everything they learned.
Everything that they learned was from a blog. Mariah sat there and tried to tell their ass be patient. They didn't want to be patient because the cameras was rolling. They were busy being open and honest about their relationship and what they was going through, and she was busy sitting around and not giving absolutely nothing for them 2 seasons. But when they turned around, every time they asked her to do something, she said, "It's too late. I already filmed it with my sister circle friends, the real ones, not
So
you
in this
whore."
case, Chase, when you say that she was not giving them everything that they wanted in the moment because they were filming and they would be open with their relationship, when she did start telling them things, what were they saying? You need to be careful with that because he's a doctor. And this is at the point they already divorced. So imagine what she would have got if she would have told them that when they were still married. Them girls are full of shit, and I'm glad she moved the way she did. Now she may be paying for it now, but girl, she'll figure out a way around it because they can't move without it. It's just really that simple at this point. And that's what the hell they get. I would have
Well,
told them nothing
the
then,
thing
and
about
I'm
it
not mad at
is,
them for not telling them nothing now. They don't deserve much from her.
the
I see
thing
what we
about it
feel.
is they were coming from that because a lot of them are very male centered, as we've spoken about on this show before. However, what I will say is that when it comes to the violence thing, and I'm not speaking for me, I'm speaking from what I've seen in the optics, right? We all know, we all know that there was violence in that. Oh, we cannot say that word. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still working on. I'm still learning.
You
We
can't
all
say
know that
violence.
there was DV in that home, right? But people are under the assumption that the DV was one-sided or it was double-sided, and because it's never really been confirmed whether it was initiated and then the other party acted in self-defense or what. We just know that there was a lot of unscrupulous activity going on in that home. It is very hard to kind of weigh in on it. Are we? You get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying, but I think regardless of whether it was self-defense, it was very equal. If she's telling you that it happens, you telling her regardless of how it happened, don't speak on it because he's a doctor. Then you want me to confide in you and tell you these things about my relationship, about my life and like my relationship? No, it's not happening. You don't offer the type of support that's necessary for me in this moment. Because he's a doctor, I can't say that we was in there tussling, or because he's a doctor, I can't tell you that this was happening to me. Y'all are full of it. Y'all
These
are full
women
of it.
have like stronger feelings about less serious situations. So if someone's bringing up DV, they should have more of an opinion about it and more of a stance about it, especially if you have
Absolutely.
stances on things that are way less important.
Absolutely. And they did to Quad what they are doing to Sweet Tea in this moment and not allowing her to get her thoughts out because they don't want the truth to be out, whatever that truth is. Because in this moment, they talked over that girl so bad, they wouldn't let her get it out. Toya didn't want it out. It's the truth. They brought her on there for a reason.
And that's, I think that's another issue. Like you said, Chase, they're so male centered. Quad is not. She can move on her own, and we've been seeing her do for all these years. It seems like they let the man cheat, they let him stay out with his best friend all night, male or female, and you can come on home, baby, because I need a male in this house. I've been saying that there is somewhat envious of her because she could do things on her
Oh,
own.
I wholeheartedly feel that uh if Simone really could have left that man, she would have.
If she could have, she would have.
I think that she just stayed, but I don't think she wanted to.
Well,
Thank
you
you so
heard
much
him.
for
He
the
said
super
that's
chat,
why he's surprised.
Demisio.
He said, "Preach, Chase."
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Demisio. We do appreciate your super chat and others as well. It keeps the channel afloat, helps us pay the bill over here on this thing that I just paid yesterday. We got another one coming up next month, so y'all go ahead and give it to us, okay? Let me go ahead and let these people know in the group chat. Hey,
The bill is coming up next month. What's the date, Chase?
the bill is coming due, and we got into the first to get the money for it. Okay, we got to the first. Hey, in the group chat, please be respectful and mind your wording when discussing DV. Because Sean, you don't own the DV discussion. I just want to put that out there, okay? You don't own the discussion on that. And other people are allowed to have their feelings. You don't have to agree, but please be respectful, everyone, okay? Because in my opinion, that's not nothing to be played with. And even as much as I have been critical of Quad, Sammy, do you remember I tweeted when I found out that they were going to be on the show? Why is he coming back to the show and give her whatever money she wants to deal with it? Because it makes no sense for you guys to cast. I mean, listen, the group can only want but so much, but the production company has to want it. Bravo has to okay it, and NBC has to okay it for it to be on their television network. And it went through all of those channels to have Greg back on there. And I just thought that Pay the girl whatever she wants if she's going to have to deal with her alleged, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't a fan of that when I wasn't a fan of bringing them on, but I also don't feel, I'm not a fan of her giving them a pass like she has. It's just how I feel.
I also don't have a problem whenever they overtalk people who are talking gibberish, because Sweet Tea need to get her words out quicker. Yeah. And they need to make a little bit more sense. Or else you're going to lose people. They don't want to hear you talk.
You're going to lose people, but I think that they knew what they were doing. They took advantage of that moment. And if she could get her words and her thoughts together, she would have been on the verge of exposing them for what they did, because they have a huge hand to play in this. And so for Heavenly to go, I apologize, and I meant it. It was sincere. I meant it. Mm-hmm. Was you apologizing when you were setting the shit up? And that's the problem I have with people. Oh, I didn't know it was going to happen like this. I didn't know it was going to go down like this. Then why did you set it up? You thought it was going to set it up for them to go have a picnic? You set it up because you thought, you felt, you knew some mess was going to be afoot. Stop playing in everybody's face.
They're going to play.
Listen, that's why Quad told her, hey, they trying to shut you up, but tell me about it. I'm listening.
I'm listening, Letitia.
She want that on the record. So next season, when they get into it again, she gonna say, the bitch told on y'all. So quit sitting around here playing like you don't know what's going on. But it was clear. T didn't have to tell us that. We knew that from when Simone posted that picture before they started filming their first season on the last season. We knew what they was doing.
I really want to hear from. I've reached out to her. Hopefully she'll. I'm going to reach out again. I want to interview Dr. Alicia.
Oh.
I want to know. Because she was there for the formation of that and the origin and the precipice of all of that. So she saw a lot. They said that she too allegedly was in the meeting when Phaedra and them was trying to get quiet. I have a lot of stuff I want to ask Dr. Alicia. I do. Hey, Dr. Alicia.
I wish she would have never left.
I wish she would have never left.
I really liked her.
She could have just been a forever friend. She didn't have to be full-time.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I was just going to say she needs to get back on in there, because I see them every time there's something going on with Married to Medicine. I think last season too, they got Anila sniffing around for a spot.
Oh, but Anila can't, no ma'am.
Please,
not me.
Dr. Alicia. Come on before they try to get that girl back in here.
Not me. I will DMT Purveyors a Pop tonight and tell them, let me tell you something.
You said if you watching POP, don't do it. don't do it.
We don't want it. Contessa says that there was a lot of unexpected hurt with her and Dr. Heavenly, and to dog her and her husband out the way that Dr. Heavenly did to the public. Heavenly says Contessa's issue is that the things that Contessa said out of her own mouth, and Dr. Heavenly's issue with Contessa is that she doesn't know who she is and when she's telling the truth. Now, mind you, this is while Contessa is saying, you don't know my issue with you. Allow me to tell my issue with you. And Dr. Heavenly overtalked her as well. Tessa says her marriage is better because they've been getting therapy. And Heavenly also adds, it's been better because you've been taking my advice too, which is shut the hell about your marriage. They go back and forth, and Andy says, Heavenly, maybe you should just stop talking about their marriage. Toya says, you guys are even because you guys both said and did some pretty nasty things to one another. Sweet Tea says, Heavenly said, fuck that bitch. And Heavenly says, that's a lie. And she probably said, fuck you, bitch. But I didn't say fuck that bitch. Jackie, did I say that? And Jackie says, no, Heavenly, you know you didn't say that. And Tessa says, why is everybody lying? She said it. There's no reason to lie about it. She said that she said it and had everyone at the table crying because that's how nasty Dr. Heavenly was. Quad says that no one should talk about anyone's mother, let alone one that is deceased. And it was not cool, Dr. Heavenly, for you to talk about her mom. They show a flashback of Contessa talking about, I'm not Contessa, but Dr. Heavenly talking about everyone's mama. And Heavenly says that she's already apologized about it to Contessa. And she goes ahead and apologizes again in the moment. Now, Contessa says the streets are talking about Damon having mixed babies and infidelity. Quad says that she's never heard them, meaning that Quad probably has heard them and used her opportunity to protect Dr. Heavenly, someone who has rarely protected her. Sammy.
What?
I had to say what I said. Simone says a woman approached her and told her she knew Damon and he asked her for her phone number, and Toya chimes in and says that she heard it too. what the hell is Toya and not Toya, but Contessa and Dr. Heavily fighting about? You guys, please go ahead and tell me because nobody seems to know. And we'll go ahead and drop the phone line in because this is the time where we take our callers. So go ahead and let us know what you think. Will I go ahead and do that? Remember the line.
You go, Sammy.
Yeah, Contessa's made it clear what her issue is with Heavenly, so I don't know why she thought she had to break it down again. I mean, we heard it the season before she left. We heard it this season sometime when she came on, so we know what the issue is. I do think, maybe they are having therapy, which is helping their relationship, but I also do think that because she's no longer discussing his, the problems that she's having with him is helping as well, which is what Heavenly told her to do. That still does not give Heavenly the right to continue to speak on it. If you were her friend, if y'all were friends, when the girl asked you to stop speaking on it, then she simply should have stopped speaking on it. When it goes towards your mama comment, yes, it was wrong, but they let Heavenly do it for so long, so now we're going to step upside the head with a hammer because we don't want to hear it no more. Okay, if you want to say so, cool. But I don't know how they are skipping over that. Contessa has some nasty stuff too. She has to buy her children's love, and her husband is, stepping out of his marriage and has mixed baby. Like Contessa was nasty too. So do they get on her for any of that? Because Dr. Damon is a doctor, or is it only matter when you don't like the woman that you want to defend the husband because they're a doctor? I don't know. Like I said before, these girls they're full of it, especially when they get to asking if anybody's heard the rumors. I think Quad's line, I'm sure she's heard. Jackie didn't say anything, but that's what a good friend's gonna do. But now we have Simone and Toya saying, "Well, I do know this. Why didn't y'all tell me this before?" Y'all are not. They're not friends to one another. They all just playing a role for the show, and some of them are just closer than they are with others. But it was all a bunch of BS. I do think I'm with Toya when she says that both Contessa and Heavenly, they're even now. Like, just squash it. Like, just leave it alone. Y'all both did nasty to each other. Heavenly don't talk about a marriage no more. Contessa, keep your marriage to yourself when it comes to discussing it with Heavenly, and then everybody just be well. Because I don't want to see none of this repetitive anything anymore from these girls. Give us some new girls, or y'all gonna keep them. Make sure that y'all mixing and scrambling what's going on, because the reruns and all the old antics, it's just played out. And then put Heavenly on some type of pretend to where she can't get on YouTube and review the show. Because it's not as entertaining as it once was before. POP if you're watching.
POP, are you with me?
POP if you're watching. Because it's just give us some. Come on with it. Give us something new.
I mean, for me, I still stand on the same island with Contessa. She shouldn't have told to the cameras what the problems were, because she was making her husband seem like a certain word that we can't use on her own. I do understand that her and Heavenly were friends, and she may be offended because Heavenly took it upon herself to talk about it on her YouTube channel. But once again, Heavenly really didn't say what was said on personal time. She said what was already being exposed on camera. So shout out to them for getting counseling or whatever the situation may be. Shout out to Contessa for taking Heavenly's advice and not talking about her relationship problems on camera anymore. But I don't feel bad for Contessa. Like, I just don't. Contessa is a nasty woman whenever she wants to be. Just like the rest of the girls, she fits in very perfectly with this cast. Do I like her with the group or on TV in general? No, but I will take her over Contessa. I mean, I'll take her over Sweet Tea any day, to be honest.
When you finish dreaming, I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, well, no, you can go.
Well, I was just going to say, because I know we talked about this before, because y'all know I love Contessa. Well, loved Contessa. But I did not feel bad for her when it came to the Heavenly discussing, because you have to remember, she was saying all that stuff. She was running all that stuff down. And then at that one reunion, she gave Quad the okay to let her husband know that she was going to file for a divorce. Contessa was on a mission to get rid of that marriage. So now that you want to save it again, now you're mad at Heavenly for speaking on it. No, you did that because you wanted her to speak on it, because you want to help getting up out of there. And then when you decided to stay, now you're mad at Heavenly. That's why I didn't feel bad at Contessa.
But let me say, that's a great point, Sammy. I don't want to cut you off.
She let Quad say. Quad was like, I'll say it. And Contessa was like, okay, she's about to file for divorce. The point, Scott came from the back like, what the hell y'all talking about? Contessa was on a mission. So now that you want to save the marriage, now you want to be mad at the woman. No, she was
now that I want to save the marriage, just as you rolled for me when I wanted to end it, why won't you ride for me? And if you cannot ride for me authentically, just keep your fucking mouth shut about my business.
Yeah, that's fair too. But I just didn't feel bad about now you want to ride down on Heavenly, because you knew how Heavenly was. That's why she's the one that you confided in. Now it's just, I don't know. I didn't feel bad for Contessa. I didn't.
Well, obviously something
I did not feel bad for her.
Heavenly said must have triggered them into going to therapy itself, I feel. But I'm happy that they didn't get a divorce. I'm all here for, if they are happy, a happy Black family staying together. But whenever it comes to Contessa exposing whatever about Dr. Damon, and everyone who said that they heard this, they heard that, I just hope that they're prepared for Heavenly to get her get back. So I hope Cecil's not messing with Tammy no more. I hope that Dr. Eugene, which I know he should be okay, but hopefully Toya don't have any
Eugene is a
skeletons
good
in her
man,
closet.
Don't put that on Eugene. That's a good man.
Yeah, you
Right,
better watch your
exactly.
mouth when
So
you
that's
come
what
for
I'm
Big
saying.
Gene.
Hopefully Toya don't got no skeletons in her closet.
Now,
So
Toya,
they just need to be prepared. If so,
But they already put out, what else they're gonna put out? They already put out, Quad already put out that she slept with the neighbor or something like that, right?
She told us herself, but her and Eugene got into it. She went back home to Detroit and was
messed with her ex,
She didn't say she messed with him, but they was kicking
hanging
it.
out.
She said it on her own mouth. But I
They
will
were
say this
hanging
because
out.
Chase said the PLP be watching. We are I don't know how many seasons behind, and Chase, Antonio, and I still want to know when Contessa and Jackie was in that room, and Contessa told Jackie she is exactly who she said you is.
That's why I'm not tearing Contessa up, because I'd like to interview her as well, because I want to know. So I'll let y'all do it, but I can't tell her up like I want to.
But for me, they just need to like watch out and make sure there's no skeletons in their closet. And Simone needs to make sure as well, like Tammy still ain't in the picture in any way, shape, or form, or there not be another girl. Also, too, did y'all notice whenever Quad was naming random names, like it could be this, and she said Tammy.
Keep playing with me, Simone.
Tammy.
Yeah, she knows.
She slid that on in there.
The girl
yeah, she want to fight. She came to
doing.
fight with Simone.
I screamed. I was like, now, I know that's right. Give her.
Here's what though. You said that you hope their closets are clean. I think that their closets are clean, or if it's not, they're prepared to deal with it, because that's a strategy session that you have. Like, listen, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna say what we know? All right. Well, you know what's gonna come with it. Bring it. I think that's where they're at now, and they would much rather do the heavy lifting themselves than have to deal with another season of Sweet Tea, because regardless of whether y'all like it or not, Sweet Tea was the catalyst of new eyes being on that show.
Sweet Tea gonna be the reason I need LASIK.
You know?
My glasses not working no more. My eyes just are dry. I'm starting to think maybe it's this damn season.
I don't know whether or not the rumor is true, so I won't speak to that rumor, because that's just that I deal in fact. But I had to check myself, because I was kind of hoping it was, and I was like, damn, how bad do I hate Dr. Heavenly that I would want that to be true?
Well, listen, you know, I used to ride for Heavenly. Listen, I can't say that Damon he has cheated or something before. Actually, he probably has, because remember Heavenly had said herself, if he did it, he didn't mean to do it. But what I said back then when Mariah was like, she had the receipts, them women. I'm not saying he's done anything, but there's scuttlebutt around now, and that
it ain't just brand new talk.
Yeah, there's something had to happen for the conversation to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
I just say that.
All right. Well, we will find out next week, as they left it on a cliffhanger. We want to thank you guys so much for supporting us and tuning in. Over 100 of you guys. Wow. Wow. So a lot of you guys watching over all of our platforms. So thank you so much. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bells, as well as listen to us on No Chaser TV, the podcast with Chase Brown. Facebook, what's up? X, what's up? YouTube, you know we love you. And we will see you guys next Tuesday for what looks like to be an even more explosive part of this reunion. We want to thank you guys so much. Demisio, thank you for your super chat. And we'll take your money if we can't take your work. So thank you very much. Show the rest of your... Oh, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Art World. Thank you, David. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Love, Love, Love. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Brian Cito. Thank you, Clement. Thank you, Andy. I just feel like every time I say thank you, I feel like I'm Alanis Morissette doing the thank you song. And thank you, everybody on Facebook, VW Sade, De Haviland, Maureen. Wow, it was a lot of you guys. Thank you so much. Tori B, y'all have a good evening, and we will see you guys soon, okay? Yeah, ooh. I'm joking. I'm joking.